All right, everybody, welcome to another week of BuzzBoys. And this week we're going to start off with our special guest,
Nicky Stonks.
Stonks. All right next to him.
Depressed.
Oh, yeah.
John just lost. I lost my fantasy football game today.
Yeah.
Well, you hate to see it. We have Production Bree helping us out and giving some opinions here and there. Dommy Diesel. All right.
Mitt. M-I-T-T.
Mitt. And this week, we have not only some sweet Evolving Skies pack, some another Evolving Skies, as well as a base Sword and Shield.
Which we've been getting absolutely railed by.
Yeah. Sword and
Green cards all over the place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not good luck.
We could literally make a card castle thing.
Yeah.
With all of our green cards.
Yep.
Yeah, we should do that.
And then someone should just run through it.
But after the packs, we also have some hot, spicy training going on.
This is our training arc.
Yeah,
we have
You guys have
some
seen it here first.
tapatio
training arc.
ramen, hot and spicy. We will be eating some hot, spicy noodles as well.
We will. Yes, we will.
Very exciting.
Training.
Very exciting. But first, let's get into these packs.
Yeah,
Let's
here,
get into
Nick's
these
going
packs.
to start
So Nick's going to kick us off. First off,
Space
That
was such a clean open.
Oh, dude, I
Damn, you popped that open already.
I didn't.
White card.
White card.
Oh my god.
All right,
Four to
so
the back.
4. All right, so what's everyone's stuff?
Fire.
I got
still.
psychic. I'm gonna
I'll
keep
stay
going
lead.
psychic.
I keep going fairy.
Okay.
I'll stay lead.
Oh, you're
More
doing
pushies,
pushies.
of course. That's my
Alright.
life.
Wonderful.
Reboot.
Make sure you hold it,
Okay,
Oh,
super
okay, so-
cute. Super cute.
Okay.
Vitality band. I can use
nice.
some vitality. Ooh, Haunter. Dom's a big Haunter guy.
Hell yeah.
Look at that bad boy. Aw, little I don't know what that is. Little ball toy.
Q
font. Aw.
Q font. Wow.
Wow.
That's
Oh, we
bad.
like monkeys.
Good monk.
Monkey.
Good.
Yamper. Weird.
What
Oh,
monkeys?
little reverse hollow
Ooh,
reboot. We
reverse
like
hollow
that.
rebooty.
Alright.
What we got?
Oh,
Ooh, Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney. It's a
Hollow
little
Sydney.
Sydney. Alright, not the worst pack.
Hollow.
Okay.
I
Bolton.
love
Very
ball.
nice.
Let's put these over here so we can do our battle. You guys do those.
Alright. So let's get the battle going.
Okay, the
Right
score's
over-
8-5
let's
right
do it.
now. Matt is down bad.
Right over your respective
Oh yeah.
Hot-
Ooh, that's
hot ramen.
Literally.
So just put your hands over your hot ramen, and we'll see what the hell you guys are gonna pull. Both opening up.
Green.
Green on
I'm
my
gonna
left.
Go off of cuteness
Let's
over
see
here.
what we got on our
I'm
right.
greased.
Oh, he's nervous too.
There we go.
Oh gosh.
Ah, green card.
Oh,
my
double
God.
green card face off.
We're doing a cuteness
Fair
thing? Yeah,
enough.
cuteness battle.
All right, here we go.
I have fire. 1, 2.
Wait, whoa.
I'm electric, so.
Alright.
Safe card.
I'm good too. Guaranteed.
Ooh.
I'm safe as well. Yeah. All right, put your hands over your spicy noodles. Here we go.
Ooh, dream ball. Love
that's
that.
kind of cute.
Stormy
Mountains?
Mountains. That looks
Oh.
sick. Very epic.
Back-to-back trainers.
Okay.
More.
Oh, love this. Very
Oh,
cute.
cute.
Oh, Q pile.
Dwebby. Super cute.
Oh, it's my cat.
Oh,
Zor. Very
Wow, I
cute.
love
That's a
that
cute
art.
card. Okay.
Who's
Side
at their
note, Matt,
hollow?
my
Who's at
reverse
the
hollow.
Yeah,
Let's-
same.
Matt, hit the
Yeah.
reverse hollow first. So let's see
hit
Matt's
mine.
first.
Oh, mine's an apple dragon thing.
You got me.
Yeah.
You got me.
You got it.
Chunk.
Apple dragon.
Talon Flame.
That he's literally an apple
Oh,
dragon.
he's literally an apple
pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple.
He's an apple.
But he's a dragon type.
And you had a lot of cue cards leading up to it.
Yeah, I know.
No, hey,
Yep.
but we judged the last
That's true.
one.
No,
We
no,
judged
no.
the
I
last
know. I know.
Yeah, we
but
judge
you
it.
got pushy. But he got the same. cue
Actually,
cards.
John
Right
got
on
pushies.
your deck? Yes, I
John
do.
got pushies.
Matt got
So
this
while
as well.
John does pushies, we're gonna have Matt
Okay.
take the first bite of his spicy.
Yeah.
Where's the
Noodles.
spices?
Right over here. There you go.
Okay.
1 out of 3 on the.
So he's gonna start off. Yeah. So again, on the box itself, watch your fingers. Just your middle finger.
Side deck is super.
Right here. So it is 1 chili out of 3 chilies. So it's semi-mild. Let's try it. He added the chili sauce. Let's see what this boy thinks.
There's some chili sauce.
Just for his. Just for his.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Just
Totally fine. Not spicy at all.
nope.
Do you want to explain why they're eating ramen right now?
So for the record, why we're eating, and then he's gonna be having the tapatio once again, the beef. The reason why we're eating spicy ramen is because we have a competition coming up.
Didn't faze me.
No spice, really? We do have a competition coming up here in our town for a ramen place here in town that's relatively famous, I would say. They were featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives from Guy Fieri. They're pretty famous. They're called K-Dama here in our town. And our twins here have signed up for a competition. A spicy ramen eating competition. So these next few weeks, we have about 3 weeks left. This is week 1. We have 2 more weeks after this one, and then we have the competition. So since we have a few weeks coming up, we're gonna start training. We're training technically by eating these spicy bowls right here.
We're gonna increase the heat as we go.
Every week, yeah. So this week we're starting off pretty mild, pretty soft. As you can tell,
right there.
they're pretty much relaxed.
Martin's here.
Yeah.
Martin's
Oh,
here.
man.
Good to see you, Martin.
Cameo.
Yeah.
I'll tag. Don't worry, I'll tag him. But yeah. So both of you would say you're both
I'm also
mild.
working on speed too, so.
Oh, really?
So you
we have
fine,
20 minutes.
but so far both of you are fine. No pain, nothing. You guys are chilling. So now that Dom and I also know this, we can very much ramp.
Wrap it
This
up,
up.
boys. Wrap it up.
We can ramp it pretty hard too.
We're
So
gonna
because
going to the Oriental Mart.
we have me, Bree and I for sure are gonna get John something from probably the Oriental, like legit store. If
Wrap it
not,
up, boys. Let me know.
we'll see what we can find. But
Give me your worst.
yeah, but we're gonna give it our all. But so far now we know that this is like pretty much nothing to them. So we're gonna crank it up very hard these next couple of weeks.
Do we also know how much they
But-
have to eat at the challenge?
No, we don't. So
No,
we don't. It's really. So is it a time challenge or is it an amount? Like how much spicy
it's gonna be
ramen
their
you can
average
eat?
bowl.
Okay.
Which is
it's
around
like-
this size.
Around this size,
around
but
this
it's
size,
like
maybe a little bigger.
but it's like a tad more volume of like the broth,
Yeah,
noodles, chicken, and all the good toppings and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like this is actually a good size to like work with. But like for this, like I'm not worried about the volume. I'm more worried about the spice.
Yeah, spice and speed. Because if
Yeah.
you're burning up like,
Yeah.
and you got to be drinking, it's gonna kill your
No,
time.
yeah. So like.
I'd imagine soda's not the best thing to drink during this.
Yeah,
no,
no.
nothing acidic. I mean,
So,
we
I'm
have
gonna
it.
drink some water.
We have it here just because
Yeah.
it's like kind of
Available to us.
available, easy.
We're
Yeah,
sponsored by
But
because by
Good for you.
competition time,
No, yeah.
gonna change to water, and it's gonna be like, oh wow, like I finally got out of the sand.
Mhm.
So,
Are they? Do you guys know?
I like that.
Train, beach,
Yeah.
sand workouts.
Yeah.
Do you guys
These
know-
are our sand workouts.
Do you guys know by chance if they're gonna allow you like a drink of your choice or is it just like water?
Probably just water.
Probably
Probably
just
just
water.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably won't let you bring in milk or anything like that.
Yo, imagine if I had milk. Yo, dude, I'll throw up.
I mean, it would definitely help your spiciness, but yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, while these boys are finishing chowing down these noodles, now that we know next week's they're in for some trouble. I
Thank you,
would
John,
say.
for using a metal fork that's reusable.
Yeah, bro.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, I've
guess
been
you
using-
don't care about the environment. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You know what? See, these are things that we're working on.
All right. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here so these boys can finish their stuff and we can get into a little bit of Pokemon talk. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. Bop. All right. Cool.
Those are good.
So we are back to our regular stuff as a now you're feeling a little bit of spice, John?
No.
Huh?
But I got kind of excited for Pokemon Evolutions.
Oh, Pokemon Evolution.
Let's talk about that.
All right.
Are there
And-
new evolutions? I'm not. You guys always come
Oh,
at me with
so-
the new
that's
stuff.
what we just
so,
saw.
so that's what this series is called.
Okay. That's what the series is called.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Apologies.
Before the podcast got rolling, we watched the first episode 1 of Pokemon Evolutions,
Right.
titled what was it? The
champion.
the champion.
Champion,
Yeah, the champion.
Based
Um,
on Champion Leon.
Champion Leon.
I-
And for
Right.
those of you,
Right.
once again, for
Yep.
those of you who don't know, this is going to be an 8-episode series of Pokemon called Pokemon
They're
Evolutions.
only like 7 minutes.
Yeah, they're real
Yeah,
shorts.
super short,
They're just
super
short
short,
little
yeah.
animations. But that being, even if it's that short, beautiful animation, I gotta say.
It looked really good.
really pretty, like the cityscape and like the
Yeah.
Coliseum too, and the Pokemon, like the one we saw. What was it called? That main Pokemon?
And,
Eternatus.
Eternatus.
Yeah. He's the boss level Pokemon that they were
Sea
fighting
Poppy.
in the episode,
I don't know how I feel
which
about
is
him.
actually, yeah, he's a little weird, but he's like the last legendary Pokemon that you fight in the game. Like that episode is literally like what you do at the end of the game. Like you fight with the dog legendaries.
Who are the dog legendaries?
Zamazenta and Zacian.
Oh,
Good boy
okay.
and best
Which
boy.
one's the one with the sword?
Zacian.
I don't like that.
It's weird. The
Why?
shield looks natural.
That's
The
all I
sword
have.
The
doesn't.
shield looks natural.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I
I
have
think
the other
his
one.
sword move looks so cool though when it like glows and he slashes. I don't know.
I
like
think the sword one looks badass, but it was a fun little short.
It was cool
because our boy is kind of down in the dumps.
Yeah, and then Charizard picks him up.
Yeah,
Makes him feel
He
better.
gives him a
Yeah.
little smirk. He's
Yeah.
like,
I was like, dude, you're the champion. It's
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that was like a small taste of like the current generation that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see like their like gym battles. That they're
Yeah.
not in some like back room of some like place. Like they're in these big ass freaking like
stadiums.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
some cockfighting
Yeah.
competition like in the
Yeah,
basement
no,
of like
yeah.
a,
Yeah, and
like a
it's all-
sushi store.
Oh, this 10-year-old's
on
trying to
this
get a
one.
badge back here. He's like,
Yeah.
oh shit again? Okay.
So this is the generation going on right now.
Yes.
Yes.
And
This
then
is
the
the new
next one
generation.
is prequel to like everything.
Yeah, no,
Right?
on this one,
Maybe.
the next one, there's a rumor that's gonna highlight a trainer who managed to tame Rayquaza. And he
That's
trained him
lit.
in
I'm
mountains.
about it.
Yeah.
So there's theories that that's the next one, but they are gonna just be separate standalone episodes
Yeah.
going through different regions.
Kinda like
Literally
What If.
different regions
Okay.
will
Yeah,
be
no, and, like,
highlighted.
Yeah, because like there's gonna be someone based in like the
Kanto,
region,
Johto,
Johto.
all that stuff.
They're gonna bounce all over the place.
Oh no, that's for Evolutions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like the next game coming out. is a
Oh,
prequel,
like the
right?
Pokemon like
Okay.
generation
Oh no, the game, the Arceus game.
Arceus game. Oh
Yeah.
like that's gonna be like a prequel.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be based in Sinnoh.
What is
Yeah.
that?
So that was
That's
the
the first
fourth
region.
generation.
Oh yeah, fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there
Where,
won't
like,
be any
Dialga
like
Pocket.
technical
okay,
like
that's when
new
I, that's when I
Pokemon
took a
then,
step
right?
back
Yeah.
from Pokemon and I was
Okay.
like, this is too much.
Yeah.
So one thing I'm kind of curious about, I wanted to ask Bree because she's somebody who's watched a lot of the Pokemon like movies, specifically the animation, not just the games. Because I know you guys are big into the games and cards, but Bree watched a lot of the animation. How did you feel about it? Like the difference? Because like a week ago, actually, or during this week, or this last week, we saw the Lucario movie with
That
Mew.
was
Oh, I haven't
sick.
seen it.
Oh,
With
that's
Mew?
a good one.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
We
Is it streaming on
rewatched
anything
it.
or no?
No, we saw it.
Just buy it on Amazon
Yep.
Prime.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah,
what did you think?
I'm honestly so excited for the Pokemon animation because it hasn't been this good in such a long time. I mean,
No, you're right.
you look all the way
Right.
back to the original Pokemon movie. I think it's Pokemon 2000
Yeah.
Fucking
with
fire.
Mewtwo and all that.
Oh, gasoline.
No, that's one with Lugia.
Yeah, that's the
Lugia.
second one.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that's the one we saw. Remember also.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go
Mhm.
slow.
Fire.
We kind of just binged Pokemon the last
Yeah,
few
I
weeks.
think the original was called Pokemon the movie.
The
Yes,
movie,
it was
yeah,
a movie, yeah.
with Mewtwo and
Very
Mew and
creative.
all that stuff.
Oh yeah. I
But,
remember.
Honestly, it just felt like a revamped, fresh, modern version of that kind of emotional Pokemon we're used to, rather than I mean, obviously it had a really cool, epic battle scene, as to priors, but it was just like, it just brought back like, man, this is what I liked when I was a kid. Like, this is what I was so
Yeah.
excited to watch
Yeah.
and play as in
Nostalgia.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and it's like that's the cool thing about this shit is that there's so many different characters like in this Pokemon world that they could focus on, that they could do like or like do like their own like type of shows or like books or something or like badass like kind of movies. Like they could really go all out with it, but it's like
Yeah.
they're kind of already making so much money that like they don't really
Well,
have to.
that's the other thing though that I like. You said that there's a lot that they have. I kind of hope that they don't turn into like a Call of Duty situation. Because Call of Duty has so much where they just produce something like every single year.
Yeah. that's
I kind of see it a little bit with some of the Pokemon they make where I'm like, what the hell is that?
Oh, I totally agree because with
This one's
Fusion
really an
Strike,
apple pie.
Yeah, literally.
and
We're talking
it's
about
a dragon.
Appleton.
It's a dragon.
Appleton
Exactly.
is
So
literally an
that's
apple.
I think that is something that's why I said earlier that they're going back in time, which
Yeah.
I think is nice because
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Well, because like now what they're doing is they're kind of instead of making new Pokemon, they're just like making variations of the
Variations,
Pokemon
yeah.
we have, which I think is cool. You know, I
Yeah.
think
I'm
it's
alright
better
with
because
it,
like
changing their
clearly,
types too.
I hate to say it, but like clearly like they're running out of ideas. But like at the same
Absolutely,
time,
yeah.
I don't blame them
It's
because
hard.
it's hard.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
very hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And you know, it's interesting because Bree and I saw a YouTube channel. I swear to you, like I forgot what they're called. Maybe I'll leave it in the description. But it's essentially this guy who makes his own Pokemon.
which is
And
cool.
he explains his own Pokemon. He's
That's
like, this is
cool.
like my version. I have a shiny version, and like he has and they're like detailed, and he draws them like he's an artist, like a legit artist, and it looks good.
Cool. Yeah,
but like. But if they don't have people like that, that are really trying to be creative like that, it's like,
Yeah, like
but
they
it's
make
also
like random ones, like.
I could totally see them like being like, all right, like there's only so many Pokemon to like create, so, all right, take what we got, and then we'll focus on giving a great fucking story about like good characters, like Trainer Red. The kid from
Johto, that kid wants to beat Trainer Red.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a storyline in Pokemon. It's an old manga where Trainer Red, the first trainer who, like, literally tries to go and catches Lugia, Mewtwo. Like, he's literally trying to go and catch all these legendaries like you do once you're playing, like, the game. You're like, all right, where's the legendaries at? How do I catch them? How do I find them? And there's stories where that kid from Johto is trying to track down Trainer Red because he wants to challenge him. So hopefully Pokemon can
and then they fight on this card. Wait, hold on. Dude, where? Oh, here, go ahead.
But yeah, no. So hopefully that we can get more storylines and shows with that good quality animation that we see in Evolution.
I'm just happy to see something other than the same 10-year-old.
Yeah. Who
like,
doesn't age?
He's a vampire. Plot twist, he's just a vampire.
Yeah. Isn't it on this mountain?
Pikachu apparently.
Yeah,
Pikachu
they battle on that mountain.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what I was just thinking about though?
Crazy.
I would like to see kind of like a Pokemon Dark. I would like to see a place utilizing
focus
Pokemon.
on the ghost and the dark.
Ghost?
And the...
No. All right.
That
I mean, dark in general,
just
just like a bad area. Like what if there was an area that was utilizing them as like weapons?
Well, they
that
had the Pokemon Wars, but they never delved too deep into
that'd be
it.
lit.
That'd
So
be
if
crazy.
they did,
That'd be crazy if like they had like places go to war kind of. Like obviously they're not gonna do that because
what's it? PETA would like.
Yeah. Well, Pokemon
PETA,
yeah. But that'd be cool to see that. Like,
also,
that would be awesome.
I found
that actually would be pretty sick. Just explore different avenues.
It's called True Green 7.
Shout out to
that guy.
I don't know who you are, but
he makes his own Pokemon. He has his own Pokédex.
Yeah.
He actually made his own region.
No,
And he has a whole
That's pretty cool.
Pokédex that he goes step by step and explains all the Pokemon. He also does classic Pokemon type swaps. So kind of like they did the Galarian. Like Ponyta was a fire type, and so was Rapidash.
And then like Moltres is now a dark type, and like,
exactly.
that's cool.
And Articuno is
So those are like the canon, like the actual, licensed Pokemon stuff. He goes ahead and he like makes Steel type Eevee, like Flying type Eevee.
that would be so sick.
The
That's
general
lit.
stuff that
it's pretty interesting.
really, have been wanting for forever.
Yeah, cause that'd be cool.
But and I just want to say one last thing on the evolutions. Beautiful, just really beautiful animation. Like it is, I would say. I mean, yes, it is like kind of short, 7 minutes, but it is quality of like a legitimate movie, And the way I would see it is like if they actually made a brand new like full film like Pokemon film now. Like I think this is what it would really look like.
Yeah, that'd be cool. In terms of animation.
So, in terms of animation, like it's beautiful, so detailed. Like it's nothing like the show. The show's kind of it's kind of plain, but this one's super detailed. Like the world, the people, people having Pokemon. Like it's awesome.
They've got the budget to like do a blockbuster like type of animation.
They're the highest
and I would love
to
see something like this, like a full like 2-hour film.
Well, it's also somewhat disappointing that like it is a Japanese company,
right? Of course,
and they're known for like animation and stuff like that. And the fact that they haven't met expectations is kind of
we haven't gotten it.
And truthfully, like they also missing out on an environment as well. I mean, like one thing that I noticed in animation is that environment is a big thing, and if you can have like water type, electric type, dark type, if you can like fire, even if you could expand on like environments and create something colorful for people, I think that would be a good route to go.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so and then last thing on the topic of Pokemon, so we read a beautiful, like kind of sad, but like sort of beautiful story this week. It was I'll go ahead and read it up. I'll pull the pictures are currently on the screen right now. As you can tell, there are these 3 pieces of a card, and they're in a sort of like keychain kind of locket sort of.
This is an actual thing.
Sort of deal.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and read the quote, and it should explain everything. So it says, "My friend was just diagnosed with cancer. We decided to buy him a booster box to cheer him up. he ended up pulling the Rayquaza V alternate art.
Yeah,
super hard to pull.
Right,
Super
which is currently
insane to
like
pull.
the very, very rare, like super unbelievably
Yeah.
rare-est card in the in circulation right now. And he says he thought it would be funny to cut up the card in 3 so we could each make friendship necklaces out of them. I 3D printed the necklaces for all of us.
Okay.
And so that's what it says, and it says friends
Are forever.
are forever
Yeah,
with
but,
the
like,
dates.
look,
Very
And it's the
interesting.
card cut into
Very
3s.
interesting.
It's a very cool
I do
idea.
want to say,
I think
a
it's
little
cool.
bit sad, but at the same
That's
time,
wholesome and
very wholesome and beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
like
I wonder,
for
just because
some
obviously the
things.
internet is
Yeah,
filled with
no,
scum.
some
I wonder how
things,
many
yeah.
people are shitting on it, you know?
oh yeah,
Oh,
it's like,
for,
dude,
like,
the
cutting
card
it?
was
Yeah.
worth so much.
You
like,
hope
those
not.
are-
Yeah,
it's
no,
like-
and
Oh,
it's
there
'cause,
is.
like,
There is for sure.
and it's because like there's people that like cut cards like for like views,
around, yeah.
for likes and stuff, and
Yeah.
I can't stand those guys.
Yeah,
But
this is for
this
some-
is obviously a different,
completely
like
different. Yeah.
occasion.
Yeah.
And, like pretty much what it's for.
I
That's
think it's a
pretty
really
cool.
like novel and like cool idea that they
Oh, yeah.
did to share the rarity of that card. You know, so
Yeah,
the way they all have
absolutely.
it. So,
And
yeah,
once again,
cool.
the photo credit will go to a Redditor named Varactorend. So thank you so much for sharing the story. It's such a nice thing
Best
to
of luck
hear.
on your
You'd
cancer
love to hear
journey.
it. And hopefully,
Yeah,
yes, we
absolutely.
wish you the best
Yeah.
of luck.
Prayers up.
Prayers
For
up.
sure. But, okay, all right. So that being said, now we can jump into the meat of our podcast.
Okay.
A little bit of the meat, I should say. Starting off with John, who gave us some homework this week.
Johnny-sama.
So, John, what was
Ohio.
our homework?
Homework this week was Birds of Prey.
No.
A little treat
Technically,
that
what's it called? Harley Quinn? And the
Harley
Birds of
Quinn's.
And the birds
Oh,
and
well,
Birds of
yeah,
Prey.
no, well, first they changed it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They like
There was
changed
a
it
title change.
mid like release of the movie,
While it was in theaters, they
Like, after the
changed the
first
title of this
Yeah.
like film. But
which makes sense though. Cause
yeah,
it's
no,
a
yeah,
Harley
'cause-
Quinn movie.
But all right, so that was the assignment, and should I tell you guys about this first, or can I go into my questions?
What?
Tell us
I'm
about
just
Tell
like
us
about
a little
this
bit
movie.
about the spoilers.
Alright,
Spoiler free.
Just, yeah,
So
no
about the
spoilers.
movie, it's like it's focused on her, and she's down on her luck. Just broke up with Joker.
Her being Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Her, yeah.
Yes.
She was down bad.
She
the
was.
star. She was down bad, and then she's trying to turn it around, and as she's turning it around, she's going public with like, all right, hey, I'm done with this Joker guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of gives her some problems.
Paints a target on her back.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
and she doesn't really know it, doesn't care at first, but then it starts getting worse and worse. And there's a couple guys like Black Mask, and then that are trying to get her ass.
Yeah.
And then she does kind of meet some friends along the way. Well, like acquaintances.
Yeah, I would say they're acquaintances.
So
Yeah.
think, and the best way to relate it, like if those of you who aren't familiar with this kind of stuff, it's like if Al Capone had a girlfriend, and like basically this girlfriend like would have immunity, right? Like
Yeah.
it's Al Capone's girlfriend. Like nobody
Yeah,
would
you
want
don't-
to
you
mess
don't
with
fuck with
that.
her.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so since they're broken up, she's just like
That immunity's
basically
gone.
that
Yeah,
target.
no,
she's
and
just a
it's-
target. A
Yeah.
complete
Yeah,
target.
and like doesn't
Nasty
even think
target.
twice about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Go
no,
on.
and it's like catching up to her like as this whole thing is going on.
And then also, there's a kind of the main quest that starts it all is that there's a diamond that they need to locate who a certain person has.
Yeah.
So the story really revolves around that.
the diamond. Right.
And and then these characters just kind of circulate around the story. Of
Yeah,
Harley
no,
Quinn.
and it's kind of interesting because they don't really like find each other, and then it's like, oh, this is a team now. They kind of like cross paths,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, hey, so maybe we should work together.
Which since I haven't seen the movie when it came out, I wasn't too interested about it, and I'm not gonna lie, I already had these preconceived notions about like not liking the fact that all right, Batman's not even in this
All right,
movie.
well, so that was gonna be like kind of like my following
go.
question
Yeah,
of
start.
like don't dive into it too crazy, but like give me your guys' thoughts on this one of like, well, for the both of us going into it, this is our first time, but for the people that have checked it out already, like kind of give us your thoughts of like going back to this one.
And spoiler free.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'll talk about it. It's, rewatching it, I do have to give a lot more credit to the actors throughout the movie because I think everybody played their role pretty well. We do get a lot of different characters. Like, we get a detective, we get a hardened, like, kind of assassin. We see basically a crazy, main chick, which is Harley Quinn. Who else do we see? A young kid, sort of rebellious, what is she? A shoplifter, more or less. Pickpocket, thief. And then
Troubled child.
And then who else am I missing? And then
Black Mask.
And then yes, we have our big main villain, Huntress. The gangster Black Mask. The assassin, our Huntress. But like that being said, those characters all really stand out. I think they all do a pretty relatively good job. There's a few characters that like, I don't know, their quirks just came off as annoying. They weren't really super interesting. But that being said, like our main villain did a fantastic job. I really rewatching it
Black
like really
Mask,
showed that to me. And on top of that, like you can really relate, especially now that the brand new Suicide Squad has come out. The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. You really see a lot of the visuals that were similar from Birds of Prey in this movie. The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the like, especially there's one specific scene with Harley Quinn that it's almost back to back, for it, like kind of more or less, but you get the same vibe about it. But overall, just great. Basically, the best way I could put it is just like a very good, like strong women movie. That's what it is. Just women like kicking ass. And really making moves. Yeah, exactly. So that's the basis of that movie, I would say.
Yeah. So as someone who hadn't seen it, I already was kind of like wasn't sure where the story would go. But I wanted to see what Ewan Mcgregor would do with Black Mask. Because I know Black Mask from the games, the comics and stuff. And I was like, all right, what? To see him on screen, I'm really intrigued about what he's going to do. And based on that, I actually really liked it. So with him being like the villain, I was loving that part of it. The movie as a whole, I did kind of like how it bounced around to everybody. Like, I thought it showed everyone, and it gave everyone like fair enough time.
Kind of like Suicide Squad.
Yeah. But also, that's actually good that you brought up. I don't know who directed this movie, but I thought it was really well shot.
Yeah, and like it gave me like Tarantino vibes of like bouncing back and forth like throughout the story.
Yeah.
Of that, it's like, okay, wait, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Yeah. But then it's like, oh wait, they're like about to go back to it, and then they go to a different character, and then somehow they all get to one point.
Yeah, but above all else, without saying anything about too much about the story, it's just a really it's a kicking ass movie, and I didn't hate watching it. That's for sure. Like I thought it was good. It was alright.
Honestly, like I thought it was good. I mean, I saw this one in theaters, and then obviously during a time when DC was in shambles and still is in shambles. So it was kind of a weird movie. I'm not like the biggest Harley Quinn fan. I'm also not like a huge Margot Robbie fan. So I was kind of like, I don't know how this is gonna go, and then I saw it and I was like surprised because one of the main reasons why I did say is Ewan Mcgregor. I really like Ewan McGregor. And I was very interested to see him get back in the film biz because it's been a while since we've seen it, and we all know that he basically set like the outline of like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh yeah. Now when they make video games and movies and everything, it looks like Ewan McGregor.
And it was like like cool to like basically get this guy in a villain type of role. Every time we've seen this dude is like, all right, he's playing the good guy,
mentor, like, kind of the other side.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Absolutely. And, like, because I was kind of nervous for him because I was like, wait, dude, cause I can't see this guy being a bad guy.
Yeah, just being
an asshole. And he
did good. And he had a type of like swagger to him, a type of like flow to him. So that was good, and it made me happy because obviously he was green lighted for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So he's gonna be back on that screen, and I'm so excited to see that movie. And everybody, in my opinion, did really good. And then from Harley to Black Mask to Huntress to they all had their own like quirks, their own like areas of expertise, and I thought the movie flowed pretty well. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the better DC movies out of everything they've made.
Alright.
Yeah. Going into this one, I was very...
Is this your first time watching it?
I'd seen like bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
Right.
But this was my first time sitting down watching it. For me, this just felt like a really like good comic book kind of movie for me. I mean, yeah, you like, I love it when in comic books, like you're reading comic books and there's like a crossover you weren't expecting, and that's kind of like what I got in this. Like, obviously, like, you know, without getting into spoilers,
honestly,
there is some
it did
crossover.
it like, oddly enough, did a good amount of world building.
Yeah.
And like, sadly, it's... Because it's there now, and like they're just not going to do anything with it.
Exactly.
But it was like they did a good job of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But you're
good. You're good. I on the other hand, I love Margot Robbie's character as Harley Quinn. And I think she just nails it every single time. And I liked it in this. My only complaint, without getting into too much spoilers, was her origin movie. And it didn't really feel like her origin movie. Yeah. And I was like,
technically it was,
Yeah, and it was weird to me that, like, this felt like a little add-on as a part of when we saw her in, what was it?
Suicide Squad?
Yeah. The first Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like, this felt like kind of more like a DLC to, like...
Yeah, kind of,
That's what I kind of feel like, which is kind of a sad thing, is because, like, I have a feeling when they started writing and making this movie, they were like, Harley Quinn, right? Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And then they started adding all these other characters, and they were like, we can explore these characters.
Yeah.
And
Wait, but Huntress
so then, it was almost like they were like fighting
Black
against each
Canary.
other of like, it didn't know whether it wanted to be a Birds of Prey movie or a Harley Quinn movie.
Alright, so that's gonna lead into this
not
coming
spoilers,
question.
but, you know.
Of,
but,
like,
wait, I want to hear Brie,
going in
too.
spoilers. Oh, Brie! Tell us what's up.
This movie, obviously, it's supposed to be, you know, like one of those, let's get all the kick-ass women, you know, from our series and put them together. At that point in time, I don't know if you guys remember, but that's like when the Me Too movement was going on and all that stuff. Like, literally, it was all, it kind of came in a really weird time where it almost just felt like a, hey guys, like,
oh, hold on.
we kind of had this in our back burner, but we're gonna push it out now because you know we're pro women. So that was just my only problem with the movie.
Pandering.
So
Yes.
they were
It's a
pandering.
pander pick.
Yes, that's what I felt. You know,
That was
like
when
personally,
pandering
that
was a
was
very good
my
Yes. Pandering's still a big thing.
Oh, yes, of course.
like it was one of my movies where I was just kind of like, you know, like it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. Would I watch it again? Yeah, if I have nothing else to watch. But going back and seeing it with Drew, it was very much like a, you know, just a movie with removing all of the stuff that it was attached to at the time. It made it better. It really did. I felt less of like sitting through like
it's like, hey,
a
this
love
is
letter
for you.
to like, hey, you know, like if we ever mistreated any women in our company, like
Yeah.
sorry,
Like, check
here's
this out.
your movie.
Look at our movie that we made for you.
Yeah, so without that content, I mean, still there's a lot of stuff of that in the industry, right? But without that context, it feels just like any other superhero movie. Not great, not horrible. But
Alright.
yeah.
Going into spoilers.
Alright, so this is going to be your spoiler warning right here. We're going to dive into spoilers of Birds of Prey. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. You already know the drill. Check back in afterwards so you can listen to what we're talking about. But so this is your final spoiler warning right now.
Get out of here, but get back.
Right.
And then, like, kind of what the pod daddy was saying, Drew. Like, talking about, he's like, alright, like, because first they, like, pretty much got to this point of, like, we're going to focus on one character. And then I was like, okay, wait, there's these guys, and then these guys. Wait, plus we could talk about these guys. So, do you think the characters around this one kind of carried it, or do you think that it was pretty much
Margot Robbie just kind of pushing it through? Well, I'll start because I think that they made this movie is like Harley Quinn. She's a dynamic character. She literally runs the screen when she's on it. And I don't know if this was trying to be a team-up movie or trying to be an origin movie. And that kind of had me a little confused. But I think that made the other characters suffer in a small way. Because I feel like we could have gotten more of them in certain parts. But then it's like, oh, well, no, here. But like Harley Quinn's there still.
This is Harley, though. Check her out. Yeah.
But one of the characters who I thought was terrible and a waste was Cassandra Kane. Cassandra Kane, she's supposed to be an assassin who is literally raised from the womb to be this warrior. She finds herself in Gotham, and she becomes a part of the Bat family.
Yeah. And she also rivals Batman in terms of martial arts.
Martial arts combat.
Like, she does actually come toe to toe with him.
Literally, because Cassandra Kane is from the womb training to be this assassin. Yeah. So much so that her parents didn't even teach her how to speak. Yeah. So she's raised as a mute to quote unquote use her fighting style as her language. Yeah. But other than that though, like I felt once we saw Huntress more, I was like, okay, yeah. But I don't know, like it was this is kind of like a weird answer that I'm giving, but it's just kind of like a middle because I don't know what it was trying to be really, like a team up movie or like an origin. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Drew.
Man, I don't know. Like I said earlier, again, like it feels like they got kind of lost in the sauce with everything they had going on. Like with Harley Quinn, that she had so many moving parts, with so many different characters going on the side. Like, honestly, I was gonna say like either they kind of dive in full in one direction or they go this direction clearly. Because like, here's the thing: if they make a full origin plus like just full throughout purely Harley Quinn movie, they have to dive into it completely, right? Like. The viewer has to accept the craziness throughout the entirety of the movie. But what this movie kind of did was that it gave you breaks from the craziness, right? Like it kind of takes you in. She like takes over, and then all of a sudden like the other side people, like the detective will come in, or like you know somebody else will kind of come in and kind of break apart this sort of like craziness that Harley Quinn has going on. So that's the question: is that like I don't know if they're willing to commit to that like sort of like craziness for the whole movie. Yeah, you know, a whole movie. Because like, even
does that get old?
And again, now let me show you this. Again, we see it in the Suicide Squad because she shows up, but again she's just kind of a piece of the cake, you know. Like she's not really necessarily the whole thing. She just kind of adds a little spice here and there and like, you know, makes it a little funny and stuff. She has her big moments and stuff too as well, but like again, like it doesn't focus too heavily on her. They always kind of break it up with this side stuff. So it's just that sort of commitment. Like they have to either commit to this full movie or just like, you know, she's always going to be part of a team. Yeah, that's what it seems like it's going to be.
That was actually really interesting what you said about her being, like, not the whole show, but, I mean, not the whole movie, but definitely very much, like, a moving part of it. I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but it's almost like in the first Suicide Squad, she felt like the co-star to Deadshot. Like, legitimately, she felt like half the movie because of her whole thing with Mr. J. Or whatever.
That's also true.
Like,
about that.
it was like the position, the place she was in, or the amount of attention that movie had for the Joker, like his moments, is the position that it felt like she had in the new Suicide Squad. Yeah. She was important, but she was just kind of there.
She's almost like the filler crazy character to like eventually kick things, you know, push things kind of forward. It's like all right, go
on, exactly.
Yeah, but she's never necessarily like the main focus.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is weird. So
which is like brings me like what I was saying is like crazy for you to say is in this movie particularly, and it's also super cool that they did it in the title as well. Is well, it's like, you know, the Birds of Prey and the one emancipation of I think it's like a wonderful or a, I don't know what the hell the name is.
Because once the movie was released, right? Week 1, it was called Birds of Prey,
and then like the emancipated
at the
like,
end
Harley
of
Quinn
the
or something,
first week, they like changed it to Harley Quinn,
the
Birds of Prey, the
emancipation of one, I think, amazing like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So it just felt weird. Like, you know, it feels like they're scared to commit to her. You know,
like,
to her character, to what it is. So it's either like you commit or like she's just clearly what she's doing now. It's like they're always gonna kind of be scared and just let's put her in a team. Like she'll blend in. You know, it's just like, come on, dude. Like just give her the spotlight or just forget about it because like it's always gonna be the same.
No,
that's true. Those are good points. For me, I guess it's not a big deal because, like I said, I'm not really a Harley Quinn fan. Not really a Margot Robbie fan. That doesn't take away from that she does really well, though. Like, I think she does amazing.
Yeah.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, same thing. You know,
so
I'm in the same boat.
I honestly don't think I can sit through a movie of her talking.
Exactly.
I don't think I can.
And like, that's the thing that I think they realize is that I don't think people would sit through a whole movie of just her.
Even Black Mask backhanded her, was like, "You're so much to take in." He's like, "You're so much," and like when she talks, she rants, like she goes on crazy, and she's always saying like, "But this and that and this and that," and after a while, I'm like, "Oh my god, shut up!" Like,
I'm about to give you one too.
After a while, that's when I see Huntress, and I'm like, I appreciate it. I see Black Canary, and I'm like, I appreciate it. And these are all like women too, but because they're not so crazy.
They're tolerable.
They're tolerable, exactly.
Yeah.
And Margot and people that are like, oh, like I want a Harley Quinn relationship, like Harley Joker. No, you don't. Like you're an idiot. Like
I'm gonna jump in here really quick. They're tolerable as characters, not as women.
Oh yeah.
Just clarifying that.
Character. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, like I wasn't saying.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah, but we just got clear.
So a little bit of a mix on both Matt and then Drew's take. Wasn't sure where they were going, if it was the Harley Quinn origin or the Birds of Prey origin or both.
I don't think they were sure either with the name change.
And then the other thing is the additional characters, with the exception of Ewan McGregor. With the exception of him, I know the Cassandra Kane ordeal. I did not like that origin, and I didn't like Journey Smollett as Black Canary. I think she would make a really cool Black Canary because she has this attitude to her.
There's a vibe to her for
because I've seen her in Friday Night Lights, and she has this
that's where she's from.
Like a swagger to her, and she would be a really good one. But I hate the origin. Well, we don't even really know the origin. And then they bring her into Birds of Prey. But it's if you've read the comics and even if... And I'm not... I was a big fan of the first couple of the...
Cartoons, too.
Yeah. And I wasn't a fan of the last few seasons of it. But even if you watch the first few seasons of Arrow... you know, that she's so, heavily involved in that. So,
She's heavy on the martial arts, though, too.
Yeah, she's super heavy on the martial arts.
Oh, yeah. One of the Justice League's top,
they don't
fighters.
And so all of a sudden, so they bring her into this. Don't get me wrong, very cool character, but we don't know that she's disgusting at martial arts, and we don't know that she has this, supersonic voice. Yeah. So you're
where? We find out pretty much when, I think it was, Black Mask found out. It's wait, she can fight.
But then it's not even the type of thing where she's the greatest fighter. It's just I guess she can fight.
She can defend herself.
Give her some legitimacy. Same thing with Cassie Cage. I mean,
but I hated her character for sure though, because
exactly.
All right, and then so that's what we're gonna go into of all right. So they kind of did their own perspective of different characters, as in Cassandra Kane and Black Mask.
And also Black Canary, too.
And
that's
Black Canary.
That's a different take, too.
Yeah, no, and it was just I just wanted to kind of get your guys' thoughts on these changes, even if you don't know about their comic book
accuracy,
accuracy, and things like that.
Well, let's do this one. We'll do one more question and then final rating.
Deep on time.
Yeah.
All right. Do one more. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, easy favorite. Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. He took a very different take on it. It was very kind of a sort of flamboyant kind of Black Mask in a weird way, but it worked. It worked very well.
Yeah. I thought he was doing it seamlessly as he was still.
Plus, he was still terrifying too. Yeah. And he, gets into these different kind of modes of who's just pissing and he's just freaking raging. Yeah.
And that's on the bad side, but on the good side, I really liked Huntress, to be honest. I feel like she was kind of a sleeper. She ended up coming out of the woodworks. She was kind of odd as a weird character to show up at first because everybody's kind of wondering what's her deal, what the hell's happening. Killer. Yeah, and then she starts to kind of explain herself, and especially more in the third act, we start to see her kind of come alive. And she's such an awesome character to see on screen. I really like her actress too. I forget her name, but she was in Scott Pilgrim too. She was such an awesome actress. But
she was the girl with the pink hair.
She's Ramona. Yeah.
What? No way. Oh my god.
But she does such a great job in this one, and I feel like it's kind of sad that I feel like she could have been included way more in the movie. Throughout. But it's not. I guess it was a Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey movie. So. Of course, Harley got more of the fame, but she was definitely solid for sure.
But I already said my piece on the Cassandra Kane butchering. I do just want to say that Black Widow pulled a Birds of Prey with Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yes. The Taskmaster didn't have to be Taskmaster. They just could have said she was another agent.
Yeah.
But this pickpocket didn't have to be Cassandra Kane. She literally just could have been some random girl.
Kid,
But
they didn't have to give us
on the other side though. I loved Black Mask's take on it. I wish he didn't die. So,
yeah. Seriously, no.
I honestly thought, same Black Mask. I mean, Ewan McGregor is such guy that I wish was on the screen a little bit more. Kind of like a Chris Evans type deal. Like, he's plagued with this, like, oh, you're only good as Captain America. Him is like, oh, you're only good as Obi-Wan.
Oh, dude, he was Christopher Robin. Idiot. Winnie the Pooh.
That's why, like...
Candle holder.
Dr. Sleep.
Yeah.
I would like to see him more on the big screen. I'm so excited to see what he did. They did kill Black Mask off, and that was kind of weird, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what, like... just don't make these movies anymore because there's no use for them.
Yeah.
So, like, kill them off, like, get rid of that. Because even Harley Quinn's done. Like, she was like, I need a break from Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie. Huntress was my second favorite character for sure. I mean, I just, you know, she just had this, like, vibe to her. It's kind of like, you know, she's out for that revenge. And you find out that she only wants to kill Victor Zsasz. Like, and didn't mind Zsasz either, honestly. There was something about him kind of...
He was a bastard, too.
Like,
but, like,
yeah, he had that, like, nice,
gross,
like, kind of, like, calm, like... relax, like we got this.
And especially after he like, faces off. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah,
just like, right.
That scene when I saw that scene in theaters, I was like, oh shit, like this is gonna be a lot to take in.
Yeah.
But definitely those three, you know, Huntress, Black Mask, I liked it, but yeah, that's all I have to say.
Great.
Huntress was definitely my favorite. It was such a fluffy, awkward movie that it was just kind of like, once she came into play, it was very much like a whole like Batman situation, you know, like it's like we have like this sassy, sexy character, we have this brash, loud, you know, angsty one, and then we have the darker kind of like, you know, she very much
kinda
tried
brawler.
she kind of tried to stay in it, but you know, at the end of the movie, girl power, everybody kind of rallied around and all that. So that was kind of weird, but she definitely helped keep the movie tolerable for me. So that I could actually watch it.
Yeah, no, true.
Harley Quinn, she was
see that.
a good character. She was played, you know, awesome by this actress, like, always. It's just, it's a lot.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Especially, and you know what part of it
is a lot too.
Yeah.
Her version is a lot too. Well, you know what part of it is? It's like the New York accent is like hard to hear.
Yeah,
just consistently.
She just like
And my father's from New York.
That's true. Yeah, no, but it's like
I'm used to
that's
it.
a big point too. Is like she just talks so much, man.
And yeah, it's yeah.
And that's probably why she said I need a break from it. Because imagine her having to talk like that 24/7.
She's Australian on top of it.
So it's like, man, like
just exhausted with it.
Like great character and great actor, but let's be real, like
she plays
we don't want to hear that.
So last question.
All right, guys. So favorite scenes and then go into rates. Yeah.
Go for it, go.
No, the rating then? Rates.
Oh, okay.
Favorite scene and then rate?
Favorite scene and then rate. All right. So okay, go Drew.
Easily, it's probably the scene with Harley Quinn into the police station when she kicks ass. Like that scene is literally like almost not necessarily break for break, but it's very reminiscent of the scene again in the Suicide Squad where like there was a bunch of flowers while she was like shooting and you know fighting everybody. Like in this one, she's shooting this big shotgun like grenade launcher that's like has glitter and beanbags, you know, and it was so visually like really cool to see her like come alive. You see the powder, you see the glitter, you see everything kind of cool, and man, she's got the moves, you know, like when she's breaking the kid out of prison, like out of the jail cell, man,
breaking legs, literally.
That was a great sequence,
breaking legs throughout the whole movie, like. But that sequence in particular, I really like it. And that being said, man, this movie was all right. You know, it wasn't anything spectacular by any means. You know, it was definitely no Wonder Woman in terms of like DC movies.
Yeah.
So that being said, I would probably give it probably a 7.1, 7.2.
Okay.
It's all right. It was
It's
average.
fair.
It's something, you know, like I definitely, you know, wouldn't actively seek out to watch again. You know what I mean? Like if it was on, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. You know, but other than that, I'm not gonna go out of my way to rewatch it. Right.
Yeah.
But just all right movie.
But I say my favorite part would just be probably the starting part when she like rips the semi truck into the Ace place.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
just explodes.
Yeah, no.
So I thought, all right, we're in Harley Quinn style. But yeah, my rating, I thought it was average. That was all right. Probably not gonna watch it again. 6.7. I'm in the 6.
Nice.
Done.
Favorite scene, probably like the police station scene or even the scene where they're all fighting at the end. I guess like that's pretty cool. Even I like the breakdown with the detective's name. What's her name? I forget her name.
Montoya.
Yeah, where they're breaking down Huntress's when she kills those people. That was really shot very well. And then rating, I have this one third. on my DC list. Obviously, Wonder Woman 1, and then whatever after that. I'd probably give it a 7.4.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Favorite scene, I really, really enjoyed seeing Black Canary fight. Like, all of a sudden, she's just like...
In the alley?
Yeah, she's just kind of... She passes by Harley, and she's like, yeah, you got yourself into this. You get yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, she's like, son of a... You know, I guess I'll help you. You know? That was... Just seeing her bust out all those moves was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, I meant to put this in earlier, but... Her character in this movie is very reminiscent of... What is the Apocalypse? Is the one where Hawkman died? What's the name? The animated movie you watched early on for the podcast.
Oh, from the Justice League Society. The Justice Society.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of that, like, you know, calm, cool, collected, but very aggressive, very,
it's like, yo, I'll kick your ass.
But this time with just a lot more swagger, like, and more modern.
Yeah, for sure.
What it is.
Yeah.
Rating?
Oh,
6.1.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna go really off the board here with my favorite scene. But for me, my favorite scene was when Harley Quinn was in the restaurant or the bodega, explaining the sandwich and watching it being made.
Dude, I was literally like,
if you've ever been to New York and gotten a bacon, egg, and cheese at a bodega,
that was good.
Like,
that was good.
you know that.
You're right.
So for me, that's my favorite scene. That's not to say that the action scenes weren't badass. It's just it was just very visually appealing to me and kind of cathartic almost. I don't blame you.
And then when she loses it, and it lands on the floor for Montoya's tackle.
Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't kill her, because
you would have.
Yeah.
Well, that's why she was like, all right, I got to turn this around.
All right. And then rating?
Rating for me, I gave Suicide Squad a flat 8.0, and I'm going to give this one a 7.2.
Okay. Good rating. I'm going to be with Drew for a favorite scene, that police station one, to where she just comes in, guns blazing. That was badass. It friggin' looked like pretty dope. Rate though, I'm gonna go low on this one. I'm not gonna watch this one again. It was kind of all over the place. Didn't have a clear direction. I'm gonna go 6.3.
Oh, 6.3. Wow, that's hella low. Well, all right, that's all right. All right, but that's gonna be it for John's homework this week. We are gonna have some special homework. At the end of the podcast from our guest this week, which we'll talk about towards the end of the podcast. But for now, we're going to go ahead and dive into the stuff we've been keeping up with, the stuff we've been watching. Only one show, technically, still. Up until now that we have a trailer for another show coming up soon. We're going to talk about later. That's exciting. But we're going to talk about What If Episode 5. Which is... Zombies. Marvel Zombies.
Yes.
We see a very interesting take on this one. Everything is essentially caused... Oh, wait. We're going to dive straight in before I get into it. Spoiler alert. We're episode 5. There's not going to be a lot of this show, so we're going to dive right into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out and then come back in. But this is going to be your spoiler warning for What If Episode 5.
Yes.
So, again, Marvel Zombies. And everything gets kicked off from the Pym family.
Yeah.
Again.
The Pym family once again.
I know, again.
Man.
And really wild, we see the fact that Janet Pym has, when she went into the quantum realm, she was infected with some sort of disease. She happened to bite Hank. It was Hank.
Yeah.
And then they take it back. Hank and Janet bite Ant-Man, Ant-Man, Scott Lang. And then, luckily, what's her name? Hope Van Dyne.
She got out of there.
Manages to get out of there, but sadly, our Ant-Man is left only as... Well, we'll talk about it later as we get into it.
We'll get to
but
it.
all sorts of craziness goes on. Essentially, our team is led by Spider-Man and the Hulk. The Hulk and what's her name
and
again? Hope Van Dyne. Those are our main leaders for this one, and they're essentially running for their lives from a zombie Captain America, a zombie Hawkeye,
zombie Iron Man,
and then what's his name? Bucky is on their team as well as the survivors as well.
The original survivors are them. Also, Captain. What's the
Peggy
girl
Carter.
from Peggy
Oh
Carter.
yeah,
Peggy Carter.
Sharon.
I mean Sharon.
Sharon.
What's the name of the guy too?
Vision.
Vision technically,
we do
but
see
he's
Vision later. But anyways, essentially the entirety of the movies, they're just kind of running away from zombies. They're trying to survive. They're trying to live. We see a lot of interesting scenes with Hope and Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Very cool. They click in a very like sort of brother sister kind of way. You know, like it's almost like they're very
like she's the older sister.
Back. Yeah,
like she's the older sister. Very
exactly.
Cool.
You know, and so it was very interesting to see that dynamic, and very interesting to see Spider-Man with the cape.
Very cool. I didn't know I needed to see that until now.
I liked it.
I need to see more of that.
So that was awesome.
Shout out Kate.
And
Thanks for coming out.
And once again, the episode pretty much ends with our team meeting up with Vision. This is after Ant-Man goes giant, I believe. Oh no! Hope goes giant. Giant, and
Wasp.
she, she basically leaves some time. But
that
then
was
again,
like a cool little sacrifice though. Like I thought
it was very
cool. Just march across the thing.
But then again, we see Vision towards the end, and turns out Vision is hiding Wanda. Keeping her alive, and not just keeping her alive, but she's feeding people to her to keep her alive. And the last person that he was feeding to her happened to be our king from Wakanda, Black Panther.
Yeah, that was cool.
And his leg was gone. But turns out, afterwards, Vision realizes that the mistake he's made by leaving her alive and trying to keep her and feeding her. So he owns up to his mistake and, basically shoots her down, like buries her.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then we see a zombie giant wasp.
Yeah, lit.
Very cool. That was like sad too.
It was sad. It was sad because you knew she just sacrificed herself.
And for the record, I forgot to mention when we do see our Vision, we also see the head of our Scotland.
He's literally
just the head.
Yeah, he's encased in a little.
And I do have to admit though, like in Scotland's kind of beginning parts, like I liked when he was like, "Hi, Mrs. Hi, Janet. Hi, Mrs. Van Dyne." He was trying to be nice to her. Yeah. But I feel like some of his intro parts were a little too much. Like he was trying to be too funny, and I was all right,
take it easy. They were trying to sell the trauma of him being like, 1 minute ago I was a full body craving blood, and now I'm a head in a jar.
No, I mean not then. Like I mean like in the his first scenes. That's why when I said when he said that first line. Like,
I actually think
in those first scenes he was like a little too much.
Yeah, Cape Head.
Yeah, that was funny. Like when he was ahead, it was funny, but like again, in the first part now. But that was pretty much the entirety of the episode. They basically make it out like what's left of our survivors, more or less. Like, but again, we see them like the zombie being thrown on the jet, and then we see
zombie Thanos.
Crazy. Zombie Thanos at the end, only missing one time stone.
No, the Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone.
Vision
You're
himself
right.
just sacrificed to take out. So it makes me. Is it gonna be? Is tomorrow or Wednesday's episode gonna be that continuation?
That's exactly what I want to mention.
Oh man.
So the thing about this one in particular, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a specific screenshot where in the past episode where we saw spoiler alert, the evil Doctor Strange.
Yes.
There's an evil Doctor Strange talking to Captain Carter. So a lot of people are speculating that this event is going to sort of like branch into the other episodes, and all the other like universes that we've seen so far. They're going to get together and try and figure out what the hell's going on.
I'm about it.
It's so weird because like you look at zombie apocalypses, and some of them are scary, like World War Z. Some of them are like Walking Dead, where they're slow. And I would think that superheroes would have kind of like a good advantage to this. But how strong are these things? Because the very first season,
this is the thing. Is so their comic versions, the original ones and the versions, they were literally the same. They thought the same. They, like everything. They could use their powers exactly the same.
They just wanted brains.
The only difference, it was hunger. Like not specifically brains, but they just wanted flesh. Like they were just hungry all the time. This is insatiable hunger, and to the point in the comics, it's to the point where they go across the galaxy and across different universes to eat people because it's the hunger. Like they just can't. They just can't fill this hunger. But they're smart. They're all intelligent. They're all the same. They're just hungry.
It's practically the same thing,
and they just eat people.
That's
so
crazy.
It's kind of a sort of take on it. We don't really in this movie we don't necessarily see the zombies' full intelligence potential. But you know what we got, man, nuts. Like it was great animation.
So
really
there's
cool
a decent amount of
Happy
Spider-Man,
dude
though.
when we see Happy like defending himself. Dude, he was sick.
The question that I was asking John though, it's like we saw a decent amount of Spider-Man. Was this his episode, or is he still gonna get the Doctor Strange episode?
That's why.
That's the question. So I guess we'll just have to wait.
Or
and
if
see
Drew's theory turns true, then we will see him again.
And how did
and
Thanos
for the record.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll have to find out
because he's thinking the same way.
Also, sad. Sharon got
She got exploded.
She got mugged.
Yeah. She got exploded.
Sharon is not coming back.
But you know, and I do want to say on that theory, it's up in the air that it could be this zombie event or it could be something else. Because again, we did see the tentacle monster twice in 2 different episodes.
Yep.
We saw it in the Captain Carter episode from the Dimension. We saw it in the Doctor Strange episode that he absorbs, part of that monster. So people are thinking that this thing might come back. You know, it's
I've heard that it could be the villain in the new Doctor Strange movie too.
But I think we can all agree it was a hell of an episode. Really, very different from what we've seen. But I do want to say I still don't think it's my favorite. I think it was cool, but not my favorite.
Like,
I think the last one was still my favorite.
Thing, that it's like I thought this one was pretty badass and I thought it was pretty cool. But I don't think it's up there for me. I think it's like 2 or 3.
It's 2 for me.
Yeah.
The Doctor Strange one is
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's
King.
how I feel too.
King right now.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I think it's still
until proven otherwise.
This one's 2 though.
Yeah. Just because the whole thing with
and I liked all the Spider-Mans.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's true too.
Dom, how do you feel about it? Your rankings?
I thought it was really good. You know, I like seeing Bucky alive. That's cool. Bucky's one of my favorites. But you know, I don't know. It's so weird because it's such a different take on zombies. It is close to Halloween time. This is probably my top 3 for sure. Probably my top 3. I don't know what's one. I still have no idea. But top 3. I'll just leave it like that.
All right. Did you guys kind of cringe at that Bucky line? Because after he killed Captain America and then he goes up to him and then he's like, I guess this was the end of the line, and that's how he said it though too. And I was like, I actually cringe. I don't know, man. I didn't like it there. And it was like,
I didn't really cringe, but it did sound a little weird.
Yeah,
he could have said something a little more heartfelt.
I didn't cringe either. I guess I just never noticed it really. I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because Bucky dropped that line, and I was like, I don't know, man.
Who was that taste from? No, I
can see.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it.
It was iffy. I was like, eh.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know about that.
Okay, cool. So, and Bree, your thoughts on this episode?
Really cool, really gory. Zombie Avengers, really neat. Super interested about the whole idea of them being literally eating out their world and traveling to other universes and multiverse.
Bonk.
That would be
bonk.
Yeah, hey.
Well,
they you know, killing everything and moving on to another universe. That's such a cool thing. I really want to get into that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that about the zombies. That's actually really cool though. That they're smart and they go.
You should look it up in the comments.
They beat the shit out of Ebony Maw, and I was like, what?
Yeah, dude, light work, dude.
Yeah. But alright, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into our yay or nay rapid fire. The boys, we're going to kick it off with, there is going to be a Penguin spinoff from this brand new Batman movie, the one with our
Pattinson,
Robert Pattinson. I was gonna call him our vampire,
our
resident vampire king.
all over the place.
But yeah, he's gonna be apparently the Penguin that they're gonna have in that movie is gonna have his own spin-off show.
Colin Farrell.
So,
it is being
what do you guys feel about that?
I say yay because I like that guy.
Yeah, no.
You know what?
And for the record, it's going to be more specifically about his rise to, in infamy, in terms of the Gotham underworld, like how he gets his rise to power, kind of like a Two-Face sort of like,
almost a little Sopranos angle.
Matt got a yay. John?
I'm going to say a yay, and also because it's like, I feel like we're going to see a lot of different parts of Gotham that are going to be pretty damn cool, like Two-Face, probably like the Riddler.
Different run-ins with different gangs.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hard yay for me. But I don't know if he's going to be able to top Danny DeVito's Penguin. That was such a sad story. You need to go watch it. But hey, I'm all in on Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a yay too. Gotham is a place that needs world building, and it's a place that can't be rushed. So I'd like to say yay on that, and yay also because this Batman must have been pretty good if they already gave it a spinoff. So,
true. All right, cool. Next, Addison Rae. What is this? Who is this?
All right, so Addison Rae was in this movie where a lot of people were just making fun of it because there's a lot of dumb part. I don't know who directed this movie, but
who is this? But for the record, I have no idea who this is.
She's just a TikTok star.
She's a
smoke.
Yeah. She's a rocket ship, but she's this giant TikTok star who got this movie.
Even though she's a TikTok star, is she an actress?
But that's the thing. She's not really an actress, and this last movie that she was in on Netflix proved it. But then she inks like a $50 million something Netflix deal. So
multi-film deal,
which is weird. So she's like acting in this, okay?
Yeah.
Because the biggest TikTok star, Charli D'Amelio, got a show, but it's more of like a Kardashian show. For Hulu.
Yeah, like this is like.
Yeah. But either way, nay, because I like Addison Rae, but she's not the actor.
I'm gonna say nay as well. Like she's a TikTok star, not an actress.
Yeah.
There's people that have taken years of their life in schooling for acting.
This is why Netflix is being weeded out because nobody wants this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They really are, honestly. Like they're trying so hard to push their OG content that it's just now it's just trash.
Prelude to
Homework. Gwyneth Paltrow all over again.
Yep.
So everybody's basically a nay.
Oh yeah.
Nay.
All right. So next we're gonna get into the fact that Knives Out 2 has wrapped production. Yeah. So officially Knives Out 2 has been confirmed to finish filming by Rian Johnson. So I want to kick it off. Solid yay. With the star-studded cast, it hasn't been. There's no date yet. They just finished production, so they still have to edit and do the whole movie.
I would say 6 months.
It might be 2023. It might be.
23?
Not.
But I don't know.
Oh, I hope not.
We'll see. But again, this is with the star-studded cast of Dave Bautista.
It's loaded.
It's
crazy.
Janelle Monáe, Ethan Hawke, Kate Hudson, Edward Norton, Catherine Hahn, and so many more. Of course, led by Daniel Craig. I want to kick it off again. Oh. Yay. Beautiful.
Yay.
I'm so excited for this movie. The first one was awesome.
Yes.
Very excited for more of that. And hopefully it's a good twist, again.
And then our guy, Danny Craig, dude. He freaking surprised me that first one.
With that southern accent. I didn't think he was going to pull it off. I didn't think he could take all of that.
That's on roll.
He did it very well.
And let's get some funny content in that, too, because that first one was mildly hilarious.
Yeah, it was mildly. But in, the most subtle, almost the none of the humor felt
undertones of it.
None.
It was so great.
Yeah. The first one came out in 2019, which was about 2 years ago. Obviously, COVID probably put a halt on a lot of things, but I will say I hope this movie does come out in 2022 because 2023 is a long ways away. Yeah. So 2022, yay! I'm glad to see Daniel Craig's adventure.
For sure.
All right, cool. So next we have some news that Haley Atwell, aka Captain Carter, aka what's her regular name? What Carter? What's her first name?
Sarah.
Peggy.
Haley Atwell.
Peggy.
Oh, Peggy.
Peggy.
Peggy Carter.
I was like, what?
Peggy Carter. There is news that she, once again, Haley Atwell, will voice Lara Croft in a Netflix Tomb Raider anime series.
Man.
Pretty interesting. I could see her voicing that, to be honest.
I would love to hear her as a voice actor because I just didn't know she was doing voice acting stuff.
Yeah, so, very different.
Yeah, so I would love to see how she does with that. But I also want to know more about this Lara Croft anime. I don't know anything about that.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, and it's that's a pretty big dub
I want to know who's gonna animate it. I want to know the studio. We'll see. But yeah, I'm in.
Mild, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a yay for Haley Atwell, but a mid because I don't really know about anything about Tomb Raider. I don't really care about Tomb Raider, and it's an anime, so I'm not big on anime. So this is just kind of out there for me.
I'm gonna say yay as long as they avoid another origin of her because we've had so many different origins of her.
I changed mine. Nay.
I want it to be something kind of more so fresh. I'm hoping with the anime being a little bit different, a little more focused on the tombs and less on the survival because that's what they kind of did on these newer versions. But yeah, if they take it that way, yay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and talk about a very good, interesting one. Actually, you know what? We'll leave it for the end because that one's kind of exciting. Okay. So, Demon Slayer Season 2 is uncensored.
It's
uncensored. Yeah, so I broke our twin rule a little bit, and I said I wasn't going to read... I said I wouldn't read the manga to this. I did. And there's a couple parts where you... could censor some things in this season.
So are we talking boobles?
Bubbles?
Are we talking bubbles?
I'm talking some bonks are going to be served on a lot of stuff. I'm going to say this. After this season, whatever Comic-Con or anime convention comes after this, gee whiz, there's gonna be a lot of pixelated things.
Nick,
I
what
feel
we'll
sketchy
have
wearing
you
these
do?
earrings now.
No, Tanjiro's pure.
What we'll have you
Okay,
do is keep John and I accountable with bonking us.
I will.
Are you trying to say there's
We
bonk
will need you.
demons?
Well,
I mean,
not just
season
bonk
one-
demons?
There
Season
was
one, there's
season
a
one
bonk
bonk.
demon.
There's a bonk
Hashira?
demon.
Bonk Hashira?
Oh well, dude. First of all, the sound.
But I mean,
Hashira
even
has
more so
4
if it's
wives.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
big bonk on that guy.
Okay.
Sound Hashira.
But I'm gonna
But
say,
yay
it's
for
kind
me.
of cool that at
yeah,
least
dude,
they're
that guy's
opening
like
it up, like,
6'7" too.
Yeah, guy's a specimen.
Yeah.
All right, but yay, I'm in.
a little more
I'm
for you
yay
to
for
show.
that.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I'm down
I
to get
guess.
bonked.
Are you gonna watch season 2, guys?
Probably.
Oh yeah,
I'd
no.
watch it. Sure, why not?
Because maybe we can keep up with it. Are you not down to watch it?
Well, if we're keeping up with it, then like I don't have a choice, but because I haven't even seen.
No, we'll see.
Like,
We'll see.
movie
We'll see.
trailers.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
no,
We'll see.
yeah, no.
But I'll give it a.
No, yeah.
I just give it a meh because
Okay.
like, I don't know how I
Okay.
feel about this because we all know how it went down with Batman when they tried to do that scene.
Yeah, that's true.
And the world erupted.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was very.
That was
vulgar.
the no, but like, are you talking about the Killing Joke?
I'm talking about him eating out
Oh,
Mrs. Cat.
No,
Oh,
that
that's
didn't
a
actually
different
happen.
Cat's
though.
cat.
Yeah, because they erupted and they were like, "Hey, we can't put this in."
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
Yeah,
So hopefully
like-
it's nothing that bad, is it?
No.
okay.
Batman eating box.
no, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
All
nowhere
right.
near that.
But anyways,
I don't know
all
how we
right.
got to that, but hey.
We'll keep moving forward. So our last year, something very exciting that just so happened to come out today was the Hawkeye trailer.
So good.
And let me just say, wow. Very wow. It was, the way I described it was it feels like a Archer, James Bond Christmas movie.
Yes.
But again, it's a series.
TV
You know,
show,
it's a show, but of the movie, it gives off that vibe. And we get a very beautiful rendition of a classic Christmas song by Sinatra.
Yes.
Right.
That was
And
dope. With the title too.
yeah, with the
Yes.
title and everything. And essentially, people are I was surprised, and so was Martin, that it's not his daughter. This isn't his daughter.
Yeah,
this
that's all. I
is
was
just
surprised.
a
Very
brand new
surprised.
person.
Yeah.
So really interesting take. Kevin Feige is definitely kind of once again hitting us with the left turn on this one. But you know what? It might pay off. It's very interesting. She seems like in the trailer, our main girl character. Again, we see she's kind of a rebel. She kicks off. She runs off. She happens to run into, or basically, she's dressing up as Hawkeye's
Alias.
alias
Yeah.
known as Ronin. So back in the day, he ran around as Ronin, basically murking gangsters.
Gangs.
Anybody, everybody in the gang.
Yakuza, all that.
Exactly, but all people of wrongdoing, essentially. But he wasn't putting him in jail. He was taking justice into his own hands and taking them out.
With
Just
specific
Jerry
So-
line,
executioner.
half
And
the world
again-
got Thanos, y'all get me.
And as he was doing that, his specific alias was
Yeah.
called Ronin. But
That's
turns
true.
out he's at home. He sees a news report. Somebody else is Ronin for some reason.
And
he's
then
like,
he's like, God,
my past is haunting me. I need to fix my past. Turns out this Ronin happens to be this new girl that
Haley
is.
Steinfeld.
She calls herself, or her friends call her, the best archer
Archer in the world.
in the world.
Wild.
So we see all sorts of craziness, adventure. Like we even see a Molotov being thrown. He catches it and chucks it back down like nothing. Really exciting, dude. That's why I feel like
Yeah.
this James Bond feel is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude.
Not only did he catch it, he had to caress it. He had to kind of
Yeah,
like make sure it
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, you
Just-
cradle
yeah.
it. Cradle
Yeah.
soft hand.
It just feels like a movie, though, too.
It
dude. I'm
did.
very
It looks like a
excited about
movie,
this one.
And
And
honestly,
then the time
I
that's being
I was
taking
gonna
place
say I'm
around
so
Christmas.
glad
Oh.
that they're very fully embracing the Christmas theme. They're
Me
not
too.
shying
Yeah,
away.
about
They're like,
time.
you know what?
Yeah.
This whole thing is gonna be Christmas.
About
Let's
time,
do it.
Yeah.
22, 24, 26 Marvel movies out. None of them are
Christmas
really
themed.
Christmas themed, and I think we need one. I kind of got like Die Hard vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
That's what I was...
There was
Because I couldn't get to it, and like, they're like, what is it? There's something there.
No.
Yeah.
It feels
Especially
like
when he's
something.
like jumping out of that like time.
On
John's
the zip
building with
line,
the
yeah.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's it
and
right
the,
there.
obviously Die
That's
Hard, is it a Christmas movie? Is it not a Christmas movie? We have no idea. Some people are
It
on
is.
the
Never
fence.
know.
No, it is.
It's a Christmas movie.
Because people said that if it wasn't Christmas, the people wouldn't have left the office or wouldn't have been there. Like the office.
It wouldn't have
parties
been there
and
in
all
the first
Yeah.
place.
It was a
Exactly.
Christmas party.
So
It
it
was
had
a
it had
Christmas
to have
party.
been a Christmas
So-
movie had the Christmas party.
But
been.
I'm excited,
Santa was
though.
in. Someone was dressed up as Santa.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
Christmas.
And I'm excited because Christmas themed around Christmas time. This is great.
That's when this is coming out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
November
this is great,
24th.
and I like that they.
God bless.
It's a series, so it'll probably lead into Christmas.
Right.
So and
Even more so into Christmas.
that'd be really cool because we see a lot of movies miss their marks on where they should be released, and this one is
This one's hitting it.
hitting it home. You know? It's going to be nice.
It's a great trailer.
Oh,
just
yeah.
awesome. It's nice to see
Very good.
Jeremy Renner finally back in this. In the spotlight, legitimately in the
Love that
spotlight.
guy.
Because
Love
he's
that guy,
great,
too.
dude. I feel like
Yeah.
he's one of the most
He is.
underrated
So
Avengers.
talented.
Especially
With
throughout
music as well.
Throughout the MCU.
That is true.
Yeah, of
with,
course.
Yeah. With,
Very
music.
talented
So,
guy.
I'm
Needs to
very
be
excited for
exploited
this.
more.
I think everybody can say a solid yay for this.
Hard
one.
yay.
100%.
Super exciting.
Well, here,
Super
one
hype.
really quick thing. We missed it, but Andrew Garfield is walking around with a bunch of caps again.
Yeah.
Because he's saying that
Oh,
on the record
yeah.
Oh yeah.
that he's not Far From Home. Or No Way Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did you guys see the
It's
clip?
because here's the thing,
Just
like,
saying.
you say caps, but it's like, what else is he supposed to say at this point? You know,
Exactly,
like he
yeah.
said where
Well,
he's like,
exactly, yeah.
I'm screwed. Like, if I
It's-
say yes or
it's
no,
hard,
so
yeah.
he has to say no.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah,
has
so
to
he has
say
to
no.
know, yeah.
So it's, like, not his fault.
Alright.
Like,
Yeah.
you literally have to say no.
No, yeah, but
There's no way.
I don't know why people just keep asking him.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
stupid. Like,
Just
stop
stop
wasting his
asking
time,
him.
and on top
Yeah.
of that,
Stop
stop
asking
posting
him.
it. Just leave it be.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get a
We're
second
almost
trailer
there.
eventually.
We're almost there.
No, just stop asking him.
Yeah, we're almost
So
there.
also leave him alone too. Okay.
All
good
right,
boy.
cool. So that's going to be it for our yay or nay section. Next, we're going to dive into gaming super fast, and then we're going to close it off with Nick's homework. Starting off with, we got PlayStation had a showcase this weekend in which they showed off their new projects, stuff that's coming up in the coming years.
Right.
Nothing too soon. Everything is basically in 2022 or 2023. But some of the biggest ones that we want to talk about, starting off with Spider-Man 2. So, in the trailer, we do see a Miles Morales. We see a Peter Parker. They're basically kind of fighting these gangsters, you know, messing around, and all of a sudden we hear this ominous voice saying, like, give me a challenge. I need somebody. And then suddenly we hear a deeper, multiple voice, and it says, we, you know, are, what does he say? Like, we are here or something like that?
Something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
And turns out, the big reveal, we have Venom. Venom is going to be the next biggest
sick.
main enemy
Yeah,
of the
looks
game,
great.
and he looks awesome. Very exciting, and it's cool that at the same time you can play as two different Spider-Men. Like,
Yes.
come on, that's so sick. Maybe
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe it might even be a co-op game.
Well,
That'd be
okay, so
lit.
that's what I was
So they haven't
trying to
announced a
look
lot.
into. And they've said that it's not going to be co-op.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a big
Heartbreaking.
thing. That
You
it's
know,
not gonna be
but
co-op.
that being said, it
Damn.
makes sense. All the other Spider-Man games have been single player.
Yeah,
It
no,
just
I
makes
agree.
sense.
Mhm.
So,
But it would have
it's
been
good to
really
see,
cool.
but
Yeah.
very exciting in the
Gotta
coming
wait till
future.
2023 though. Tough.
Yeah, that
Oh.
sucks.
Well, hey, that
But-
gives me enough time to, like, contemplate if I, like, truly want to buy a PS5. But it's like, I'm definitely going to buy an Xbox, but it's like, do I buy a PS5 too? Because, dude, like, these games are insane.
Just play
And-
PC.
Ugh, and then, do I get a PC?
down the road maybe, but I think Series X is gonna be my last.
Yeah, I
console.
know. I think that's going to be the last console too.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and talk about Carnage being in season 8 of Fortnite. He's gonna be a new
Dude.
Carnage skin. He looks all right. You
Battle
know,
Pass
I'm
He
skin.
looks
sure.
good. He's a Battle Pass skin.
Battle
so,
Pass skin.
yeah.
I don't know at what
Just in
point
time,
Fortnite.
you know. That being said,
Fortnite.
just in time for Venom 2,
Yeah.
because it will be coming out on the
Yeah.
1st of October.
I do have
Um,
Venom in Fortnite, by the way.
Oh yeah, he did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
So-
know you're
Plus
gonna
it looks
grind
cool.
that out.
Plus it
And he
looks
does look cool in the game.
But
Yeah.
what do you guys think about Carnage? What do you guys feel about his
I
design?
thought that Carnage looked cool too. For some reason, Fortnite like kills it with the in game adaptations. They don't really
Mhm.
make him too wonky, things like that. He actually looks similar to how he's gonna look in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he's
no,
like
I
he's
think
got
he's a little
that same
too
kind-
red there. I want to see a little bit more black. Like a little
Oh,
bit.
true. Just
He's
kinda
like
coursing
really
through it
red.
a little bit more.
He's really red. Yeah, like coursing through. He's really
Yeah.
red there.
But
Or-
I don't know anything about this season.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of cubes though. That's all I know.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh,
breaking
and
news.
we're just getting some
Information
breaking
just
news.
Breaking
Let's do a
news.
quick little
No.
yay or nay.
Can't do that. Whoa, can't do that.
Come
It's
from
not our pod.
production Bree.
Okay, so
Production
it
B, I
actually
should say.
just-
Production
yes.
Production B. Yeah, Production B.
So they just dropped information. They always give a rough estimation of what the lineup is going to be for the balloons at
Macy's
the Macy's
Thanksgiving,
Day
yeah.
Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they're adding a Grogu balloon that is themed after or modeled after the Funko Pop design, where he's holding the little shift knob.
Mhm.
Oh, the little
Wow.
sick little
I
knob.
can't wait.
Oh
He's
my
got the little
God.
knobby in your hand,
I
and it's on the
can't
screen
wait.
right now.
Adorable.
He's
Grogu
glorious.
balloon will
He's
appear
beautiful.
at
Yeah.
the Macy's Day Parade
He's a good
this
boy.
year.
Everybody
Thanksgiving
lined the frick
Day
up.
Parade. So that's exciting. Look out for that. Look out for Baby Grogu with his little home.
That.
So will I. Yeah.
And I better hear the Mandalorian thing come on and then like him.
And he turns the corner.
I would not be surprised if you know how they have the marching band every year. I wouldn't be surprised if right after them is when they bring up.
Yeah, hopefully we can see it after our yearly Turkey Bowl. So
Turkey Bowl. Get after it, baby.
Who knows? Maybe we'll post it on BuzzBoys. The Turkey Bowl, first ever Turkey Bowl on BuzzBoys.
That's true.
But anyways, we'll talk about it later. But next we're gonna go ahead and get into another piece of gaming news. Back on track to gaming. Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
New game. Also, interestingly enough, by the same producers of the Spider-Man games, Insomniac Games, which are huge developers for PlayStation. They did not give a date when it will be out. Just essentially a teaser that it will be Wolverine, but it looks like we're getting kind of an origins once again, like with Logan at the bar. You see his claws sharpen out. It looks cool.
I'm
exciting.
Super in on that game only for like the origin style of like what they're gonna do and explain Wolverine. Cause I don't truly know a lot about a lot of the different X-Men, but knowing the origin of him more, I think that's cool that they'll explore it in a game.
Yeah, this is a good move by them because Wolverine's a big hack and slash. He's a big action, and when we saw Logan come out. And that ending scene where you hear him like yell in the woods and he comes out and he looks like the actual Wolverine and he's doing his moves. It'd be cool to incorporate that into a video game because people want that. So it's a good move by them. I will say that because if they would have done like a Magneto game or something like that, like nobody would have cared.
Yeah, exactly.
So we do not care.
Alrighty, so next we're going to also go ahead and talk about GTA 5 Enhanced, dude. So there's still, let's just say GTA 5 is on life support at this point. They're still trying to push it out and sell GTA 5 as much as they can. Now it's reaching the latest gen consoles.
So it's another game?
It's the same. Nope, it's the same. It's just GTA 5, but with better graphics, with Series X and PS5 graphics.
Everything's
it's the same game.
$3 million.
It's just a new port now. Keep in mind, we've had GTA 5 for almost 10 years now.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Or about 10 years.
And people are still going strong on it, though. It's wild.
But it's like, why though? I mean, I understand. Yeah, it's a good game, and so that's the hard part is that now, why are they going to release a new game if since this one's still doing so well?
Now it's at the point where
sad. It's like
if I don't have anything to play and I just need to game, then that's when I'll play it.
GTA 5 is now turning into the Skyrim of video games, where it's just becoming released on every single platform, every console. It's true. It's the same game. It hasn't been changed. It hasn't done anything different. Water effects, it's all the same. Water effects is nothing.
You know what they needed to do, and I said this
GTA
2 years ago.
Have mods for.
I said this like 2 or 3 years ago. On Halloween, they need to turn all the AIs into zombies.
That would be so lit.
If they were to do something they did that in the original Red Dead, the Red Dead Redemption, was that they had the undead nightmare.
That would be
awesome. It was sick.
Yeah,
it was
maybe
so
even
sick.
Turn into if you get bit, you turn in, you can hunt other people or something like that. That'd be cool, but they don't.
No, and it's just a mess. I'm not looking forward to it.
Everything's too expensive.
Just work on GTA 6. Forget about this game. This game's old. Come on, nobody.
Shut down the servers already. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. It's just a mess.
Force these people to just
all these shark cards.
Stay away from this game.
Everybody wants these shark cards.
Yeah. They did.
12-year-old buying shark cards.
And I bought one a month ago.
Oh my god!
I bought one a month ago because I was grinding to get a new vehicle that they released, and it was just taking too long.
I would have given you $1 million.
Why didn't you tell us? We have the glitch all set up.
We have the diamond.
Whoa! No, all right.
Rockstar.
That's a game. Hey, there is no hacking involved there.
Yeah, no.
We're just
exploiting. An exploit of a mission over and over.
Rockstar.
It's just if you want to listen to the pod and go and fix it, go for it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
Or how about you just finish your next game and then you won't even have to worry about loopholes like that.
Yeah. So it's exploitation.
No, and it's like they can't do anything about it because it's just a loophole.
So they're stuck in time.
All right, so next we're going to go ahead and talk about God of War Ragnarok has received a full trailer now officially. Apparently, in the first game, the most recent one, I should say, in the God of War, I'm sure you guys saw him, the boy. The boy. He's now a teenager. He's a teenager now. And on top of that, the big enemy of this one has revealed to be Thor.
What?
Thor is going to be
got a lot of hate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Because doesn't he look like Thor from like?
Yeah, he looks like Fat Thor.
Like Endgame Thor.
Really?
He has a tummy too.
Because I saw this argument that was like, for those of you that hate like this story, you obviously know nothing about Norse mythology, and I'm like, don't care. Like, just want a cool Thor. Like,
okay, nerd.
Exactly. But it seems nice. Everybody is very excited for it, so it's nice to see that series is still.
I like wish that I can like play those games because everyone.
Well, you see,
I never played
PS5.
Okay,
You could also play Spider-Man if you had a PS5.
Me
Spider-Man.
just be Spider-Man.
real quick on that, actually,
come.
I had mentioned it to you maybe like a week or so ago, or within the last week. The creator of the weapons of the main axe from this game, the God of War, the new installment, the person responsible for coding the axe and his main weapons, like, people have always praised that game for how fluid and how nice the combos feel and how everything is well made. He just passed away.
Oh, sad. Okay, you built that up for.
Yeah, very sad part.
Sorry.
Yo.
But the thing is,
I was
it's
like,
like
yo,
they're
that's awesome.
actually it's essentially got to the point where it's like almost a living code. So every they can actually take
terrifying.
that code and
Free
they
guy.
can reiterate it basically to revamp itself, to update itself. He basically built a line of code that basically you can pull that line out and tweak it just a little bit and it'll completely change
That's
what the
five
weapon
headed
is.
Plot twist: he didn't die.
Yeah,
He's
just
just
living
living
in
in
the
the
He's in the
Yeah, but
Shout out Free Guy if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah. Jesus
But,
Christ.
yeah. Sad to
Bree,
see it,
thanks for
but-
scaring me.
Very
I'm
interesting.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a roller coaster of emotions. First I was sad,
No.
and I
You
went
have
right
to
into
feel
terrifying.
So
Time.
that being said, now we're gonna close it off with something on a very high note, I would say. Very exciting, Knights of the Old Republic, a very classic Star Wars game.
Remake.
It was originally came out on the original Xbox. It's a very, very old game, classic.
Yes.
It's a turn-based style game. You get to create your own character. Well, essentially, you can play as Raven. You know.
And you could be a Sith, a Jedi. You could-
Exactly,
Bounty
and
hunter.
it's basically a great
It's like-
RPG, like an open world RPG of Star
It's like
Wars.
Skyrim.
It's-
One of the very
Skyrim.
first earliest ones, yeah, but you know, kind of turn-based in terms of combat.
Yeah.
But it has been announced that it will be getting a remake,
Yeah.
which will be on PS5. But
Exclusive.
biggest note on
that's
top of
awesome.
that, I don't know if you guys know, but this is going to be the first Star Wars game that is not produced by EA.
Ooh.
It is
Thank
produced
God.
by a different company. I'm not entirely sure who, but EA has no business in this Star Wars title. So that being said, real interesting because all we've gotten is what Battlefront 1 and 2 and Jedi Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, yeah.
From EA, which are you know, and
Did they
the
do
Red Rogue Squadron, Rogue
Force Unleashed?
Squadron. No.
No?
No.
Ooh.
EA did not. EA didn't touch that. So
That was like
Oh,
Frostbite.
okay.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
I'm not really sure.
I think it was
But,
one of the same studios who did Uncharted.
But yeah, you know, I think it's very interesting. I'm curious to see somebody outside of EA finally get their hands on Star Wars and you know, like see what they're gonna do with it. You know, it's very exciting that they're opening the doors for different developers, and especially if a remake of this caliber, like
A lot of new
You know what's
potential.
and like I'll just touch upon it real quick. Like it's very cool that they're doing this, and I hope it's a lot better because the old Knights of the Republic was like kind of like meh, you know, like it was fun to do, but it was.
it's at this point it's old. You know, like, I
Exactly,
hate to say it, but
exactly.
it's very dated. It's,
So I would like for them to explore more though. You know, give me a Republic Commando remake, give me a bunch of other like remakes because
Ooh.
I mean, it's the Star Wars universe is a lot bigger, and they always narrow it down to just like certain things.
imagine if they completely remade Force Unleashed.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But do we think that Old Republic has a chance of going to Xbox? Because they did say that it's a PS5 exclusive at launch.
Oh, so then most likely.
So
Yeah, most
people are
likely.
speculating that it's like, hey, it might go to Xbox, but just at
If
a way
not,
later date.
I mean,
For
if it doesn't
sure
end up on
it'll
Xbox,
PC.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. For sure, it'll be on PC.
I think it
Xbox,
will.
it
I've
seems
seen
like
games
it's
do
up
that.
there.
Like the Hunt
So-
game that I have,
Yeah,
it was only
and then
PC at
the
first.
Final
So
Fantasy
we'll see.
one that like just came out this past year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
that one's gonna come to Switch and
Oh,
PC.
wow, that's wild.
Like at the end of this year or at the beginning of 2020.
But also that was just like the same situation. It's like at launch,
Yeah.
it's gonna be PS5.
yeah, but it just sucks because
interesting.
it's like always like a two kind of or like 6 months and then forward. Like
So it could be like a
that's like the amount of time that
it
we're
takes
kind of
to
looking at waiting.
Switch over.
And
Yeah.
I do want to say once again, like I'm very excited because like we haven't gotten a Star Wars game in quite a while.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, like Battlefront 2 was rough at launch, but now it's really fun.
It's
dude.
fun.
So I'm, let's be honest, a lot of the Star Wars titles, they do pretty well, you know, like even the movie
Fallen
based
Order was good.
Episode 3, like the older one, like on the PS2.
Episode 3 on PS2.
That's what I mean.
Classic.
Even older ones that are like Star Wars based, they're good games, so like it's exciting to see more Star Wars
and
games.
it's finally out of like
exciting.
a Skywalker scene too.
Exactly,
Like,
we're exploring the galaxy once
glad
again
I'm
with somebody
tired
else.
of
So,
Skywalker saga.
so it's
make a
exciting.
Rey game, Rey Skywalker. Kill me.
Just called
the
Rey?
only one in the world that plays it.
Cap.
I actually wouldn't even play it. I would just make it and then not play it.
Like,
took a
good job,
name,
guys, and then just
You'll
walks
make it
away.
just to shelf it.
Yeah, just so it can do bad.
But all right, so that's gonna be it for our gaming segment. Next, we're gonna go ahead into our little bits, our little endings, and we're gonna kick it off with Nick's homework this week. Our special guest will be
real
giving
quick.
us homework
Nick
this
is
week.
taking over my homework this week.
Right.
And I do want to
So it's a
add
handoff.
real quick. Next Halloween's coming up soon, and we almost have like a show. Are we doing Halloween movies next after this, or what are we doing?
No, we can do it at the start of. So basically, the podcast before we do the competition, the Ramen one.
Okay.
That's gonna be the first week of October. Yeah. So we'll just start it off.
Okay.
Whoever's. I think actually.
Whoever's starting that month.
Either Matt or John might get the first. I think it's John might get the first one.
Okay.
That's a lot of pressure.
I think you get
so
the first
much
one.
pressure.
Okay.
So John's
We'll
gonna
see what we can
sort of
do.
kick
Okay,
it off.
I have plenty of ideas if you need help.
Okay.
And Johnny will need it.
All right,
Yeah,
so
same
Nick,
with
give
me.
us your homework this
Alrighty,
week. Special
guys.
guest homework.
So
Let's hear
very different homework than you guys have been getting into, but I feel like you guys say that a lot though, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You guys are all over the map, and that's not a bad thing because you're well rounded.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the homework's for.
That's what the homework's for. We shit talked Netflix earlier.
Whoa.
Okay.
And for good reason. They've been capping on some of their things as of late. I really think that Stranger Things is the only thing that's kind of holding them afloat.
Mm-hmm.
People waiting for that.
No, dude, because they just signed Addison Rae, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
they're
Addison
they're
Rae.
too busy with Addison Rae
Yeah,
to
yeah,
focus
yeah.
on Stranger Things, something that people actually care about.
yeah.
You know?
But I saw that this movie was coming out, and I'm a bit of an old man. I'll admit.
Okay.
With my history,
Wise.
I love
Wiser.
a World War II. Like anything World War II, like especially like things that are a little bit different, like Fury.
Get your little sun medal.
Yeah, like Fury was bananas broken, like Hacksaw Ridge. Obviously, all these other movies are really good. So this Netflix original series came out, and it's called The Defeated. Okay, so I think that's what I'm assigning you guys. It is with Taylor Kitsch. So if you guys know who Taylor Kitsch is, he played Tim Riggins in Friday Night Lights.
Oh, that guy's the man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
Big hockey guy, and he's really
Huge
good.
hockey guy. Yeah, he's been in some good things. He was in Waco, which was another Netflix original, which they did really good with. I don't know how well
I didn't
it
have a
did.
chance to watch that one.
Yeah, it was very good. He's the type of guy that just gets into whatever role he's in, and makes it his. I thought he did the same in this one, but it's a post World War II era. And he he finds himself in Germany, trying to do some good, and you'll see from there on. But Dom got a little snippet of it.
I think I've seen like an episode.
Yeah, it's a little dark.
How long is it?
I don't know. 6 episodes.
We'll definitely have to like
not
get
bad.
back to it and see like what
Yeah,
the cap.
Is it like an hour long?
I think they're like 35-minute long.
Oh, that's not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a Nazi hunter though?
So then, but then,
Kind of.
Okay.
So then
There's
all
some
6
Nazi
episodes,
hunting
right?
involved.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and watch the
Yeah, 'cause
couple
we
of
hate
And
things.
once again, what's the name?
The Defeated.
The Defeated.
Very
On
good
Netflix.
show
So
on
you
Netflix.
heard it here first. We're going to be watching The Defeated this week. All
Watch it
6
with us.
episodes. They're only about 35 minutes each, so not too bad of a watch at all.
Yeah, might not be 6, but we'll get back.
I'm about to find out.
We'll figure it out.
Watch this.
But even at most, it's what, 3.5 hours, more or less, like something like that.
Depends.
Because it's
Chip
2
away at it.
episodes.
That's the way. It.
3
We've
episodes.
seen 8 hours worth of shit here,
Exactly,
so
yeah, so it's not bad at
we
all.
can watch
Yeah, it's
another
not. It's
4 or
easy.
5 worth of shit there.
So again, you heard it here first. The Defeated. We're going to be watching that this week. So you're more than welcome to at home watch it with us because we're going to be talking about it next week for our homework recap.
Yes.
So that being said, anybody have a question for us for the viewers this week? And I do. I have a good one.
I think we should say it.
All right. So that being said, let me ask the viewers at home, guys, who do you want to see as a Marvel zombie?
Ooh.
Very cool. Who are you looking to see?
Good question.
Who do you want to see?
Pretty
And
sure
like, are they
Gonna
the
Heat.
same? Do you want to see it also be like the Marvel zombies in the comics? You want them to be smart? Who do you want to see? You know, because we didn't see
Quicksilver
it.
as a zombie? A fast zombie?
That'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
Well, I mean, we Swiss cheese right now, so.
Ooh.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not
what's
up to
up?
bring that up.
Too soon?
Yeah, too soon.
Too
Too
soon.
I think that's a good question. Also, real quick, way too early prediction. Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl since football started?
Yeah, football's back.
Should we
Football's
just
back, baby.
do all of ours, like, and then go back to them?
Oh, alright,
Just do
I'm
them
gonna
right
say
now?
Steelers.
49ers.
Say Ravens.
That's ballsy. That's also ballsy.
Cardinals. What? No,
Ooh.
JK. Steelers.
No,
Homer.
Cardinals.
Okay, fine.
I already did the homer pick.
Fine.
I already did my homer.
kind of shit.
I'm gonna go with the Mafia. I think the Bills win it.
What?
Even though they just got shit on by the Steelers, I think Josh Allen takes it to them.
Very interesting. Yeah. Dude, I don't have a pick, dude.
You have
question. You gotta say somebody. Packers.
No, I don't think the Packers are gonna win it this year.
Bucks.
But no, I don't think the Bucks are gonna win it either. I'll just go with the
Chiefs.
Bills. You know, give me the Bills.
Mafia.
Give me the Bills.
Alrighty, cool. So you heard it here. Our questions for this week. Once again, you heard our homework as well. Don't be afraid to watch it with us. We're going to be watching What If episode 6 next. So we're also keeping up with that.
Yeah.
Killmonger.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Is it Michael B.
Stark?
Yeah.
It's Michael B. Jordan.
Actually, Michael B. Jordan.
He'll
Very
be-
exciting.
He'll be voicing. So.
Very, very exciting. All right. So thank you so much once again for joining us this week. Thank you for sticking around and listening to us. Oh, and also remember, in a few weeks we have our ramen eating contest. So remember to tune in, tell your friends. We're probably gonna, spread it around here, town, since like the ramen thing is gonna be kind of a big deal. Also,
Right.
There's only 20 participants and we got 2 slots, so it's pretty exciting.
John are
so-
going for the plaque.
We got a couple more weeks of training, and once again we're gonna bring it back next week with something
Spice it up, boys.
much
Yeah.
hotter,
A little bit
for
hotter,
sure.
yeah.
Bring
For
the
sure,
heat.
because this
Bring the
was
heat.
this
Give
was
me a
just a test.
fastball.
This was a test to see where your heat's at. But now that we know, we're definitely gonna vamp it.
Yeah.
All right.
We should probably time it next time too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna be a
Okay,
little bit more
yeah,
legit with this
yeah,
next time.
yeah,
This was just
yeah.
a trial run. We're just testing things out. But now
Plus,
that we
the
know,
bowl of us are gonna come
ready
with
to roll.
chopsticks, Matt.
Mhm.
We're
Oh, yeah,
finding
that's right.
chopsticks.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Because that's what
You have to use.
that's part of the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to bring your own?
Yeah.
I think we
No,
have
no,
like
no,
a million of them at
Because I
home, so.
I think they're gonna provide their own, but it's like I gotta practice.
But you have to
Gotta get that
Yeah.
hashtag time in.
Yes.
All right, we'll do it. Awesome. Well, once again, you heard it here first. Remember to check in, see how the boys are doing with the spice.
Exactly.
But again, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sticking around for the buzz and the boys talk.
So clean.
Well, we'll see you again
Thank you,
next
Pod
week.
Daddy.
We're getting close to 25. This is 23.
23.
We're getting close. 2 more.
25.
Adios. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Bye. Love you.